Welcome and thanks for joining me. So this is going to be the very first video of a new project that I'm going to be starting. As you can see, the name of the video, starting a new channel. Haven't decided what the name's going to be yet, but basically I'm starting a new YouTube channel. Already have one. It's for my truck driving stuff, but this one here, this is going to be called Curing Wanderlust. It's not really a cure for it though, is it? But I'm kind of starting this to help kind of cure some of my wanderlust. So hence the name, Curing Wanderlust. Haven't always had wanderlust, right? I was struck with it in 2020, but before my current career as a trucker that I'm doing now, I was an IT guy. I got out of the Air Force driving trucks, and then drove trucks a little bit more, and then decided to do IT, more family-centered career. But now, unfortunately, I'm no longer a family man in that sense because my kids are in a different country. I'm more just single, more independent now. I decided, let's just be a truck driver. This is something that was always in the back of my mind since I left the Air Force, but I never did it, right? And so in 2019, when I was let go of my IT career, that job that I had on Fort Bragg, I said, screw it, let's go be a truck driver. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Maybe I'll fail at this too. That's part of life. Sometimes you gotta fail, right? And so when I was on that IT job, I had a team lead at my, at that position as a sysadmin. And I remember a conversation we had. We may have had it a few different times too, but I remember always stating how much I wanted to move to the Pacific Northwest. He was from Seattle. He spoke of like the weather and the city and all the things around the areas you can go do and see, and it kind of made me want to move more. The weather alone attracts me. The always rainy, misty, cloudy weather, that's like my favorite weather. I'm a weirdo. I don't like the sun that much, right? Work with him though, like I said, he talked about living in Seattle and living in the Pacific Northwest and all that, but he also did like rock climbing and hiking and all these other things, and traveling was something I never really wanted to do per se, other than wanting to move to the Pacific Northwest. And he said, after I said I would like to move to the Pacific Northwest, mainly I was looking at jobs in the Seattle area. He said, you know what, you're always talking about this and we're always discussing it, but you're never going to make it out of North Carolina. And I think there was some truth to that, right? Up until that point, I've really only ever been to Texas for boot camp, back to North Carolina to my first station in the Air Force, and then I went to Germany for 2 years, back to Charleston, South Carolina, and then from there kind of bounced around from Mississippi to Virginia, and then back to Carolina, and that's where I'm at now, right? But in all that, after I came back to Carolina and did all my IT stuff and all that fun jazz, then got let go, I became a truck driver, and so once I became a truck driver, I went to Prime Inc. in February. It took about 3 weeks to get, through orientation and everything else, and then through that to get my CDL, right? And then in March is when I got on a truck with a trainer. And that's really when Wanderlust, I think, finally hit me, right? Over the course of those 4 months that I was on the truck with my trainer, we hit almost all lower 48 states. except for a few up in the Pacific North, or not Pacific, or the northeast of the country, like Maine and some of those other little states. We did go to Vermont a few times because we hauled Ben and Jerry's out of there to go wherever. Montana was one I didn't really get to. North Dakota was one I didn't really get to. There were just a handful of states that my trainer and I never really got to because Prime never really went to those areas. I eventually did end up going to like North Dakota and the South Dakota and Montana, due to other trucking positions that I've held. I mean, I've been to Prime, and then I had a flatbed company I worked with, another reefer company, and now here at Chief Express. We're based out of North Carolina, but we're regional, right? So, but that's the thing, right? So, like I said, that wanderlust kind of hit me finally once I got on the road with my trainer, because what really happened was we'd get on a big highway, 40, 20, 10, 70, 80, 35, 95, 75, you name it, right? And that's all I ever got to see. Big, flat highways, city to city. And I wanted to see more. And that's when the wanderlust was like, man, I gotta go, right? So, come July, when my training was complete with that guy, he decided to go on vacation. We all know what happened in 2020 as well. The whole world fell apart. And Prime was also affected. I didn't have a truck to get into once he left to go on vacation. They wanted to put me in a truck with somebody else, but I was like, I've done 70-something thousand of the 50,000 I'm supposed to do in training, but I understand that there is a truck shortage and y'all can't put me in a truck yet. So I'm fine with just taking a month off or so until you can get me in a truck, right? And that's what happened. So I had to wait on that truck, and it ended up being about a month and change. So a friend and I decided on a cross-country trek until my truck came in at Prime. And her and I, we started out in North Carolina. We went to Knoxville, we went to Nashville. I've got a map of it all. I'd have to just kind of go through it, but it was a blur of a month. We went to downtown Indy. We went to South Dakota to see the Mount Rushmore. We got all the way out into California and went down one the whole way, Big Sur and Cambria, and down into San Fran and all that, seen the Golden Gate, and then kind of started kicking it back eastbound, and we decided to take 66 eastbound to get back to Missouri, which was kind of fun, right? And so with that, I got to see not my very first, but really my very first real national park outside of the Great Smokies and Shenandoah, right? I've not been to any other ones other than that. Well, I've been to New River Gorge, but it wasn't a national park at that time, so that one doesn't count. So went to the Petrified National Forest. That was pretty sick. That was cool to see. And I was like, wait, there's 61 more of these? 62 more of these, right? Because, well, there's 62 now, or 63 now. There's 63 now, right? As of Obama's spending bill that made the New River Gorge a national park, right? So, yeah, and it was cool, right? That road trip was cool. I mean, I got to go to the Pacific Ocean for the first time. I got to put my toes in the water. It was so cool. But that national park was the one that really kicked in wanderlust at that point, because it was like, dang, there's 63 national parks and I've been to maybe 3. So fast forward from July of 2020 to January of 24. I have done almost zero traveling. I've been to Pennsylvania twice to see my kids when they come in from Germany. Other than that, truck driving is busy, especially being over the road. You know, you don't really get much time to stop and see things. So now that I'm here, though, at Chief Express, this place is a little bit more regional. This place has a little bit more free time. This starts now, right? I'm starting this channel to document my travels and to get some goals completed for myself. I want to see all the now 63 national parks. I want to do a lot more traveling, hit a lot of state parks, easy attainable goals, right? I mean, the book's only this thick, right? No big deal, right? And I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna go out there and explore together. I'm gonna help you who's watching this kind of cure some of your wanderlust, because you'll get to live vicariously through me, right? But today is the 12th of January, and I'm planning on going to, it's only about an hour up the road, Pilot Mountain State Park here in North Carolina. And I'm probably also going to go down into Mayberry. So I may get like 2 videos out of this one trip. That'd be kind of cool. Other videos you're going to definitely probably see soon-ish. Germany is coming up soon. So you're going to get a few videos out of that. Then when I get back from Germany, or before, I have not decided yet. New River Gorge in West Virginia is happening. Shenandoah is happening. I'm going to go out to the Smokies again. This time be a little more of a tourist instead of just driving a Mini Cooper through the hills like this fast, right? The one down in South Carolina, I don't know the name of the one in South Carolina. Let's see. Rocky Mountains, Great Lakes, the South. Very first one, Great Smokies. That's pretty cool. Great Smoky National Park. It kind of gives, this book gives you all kinds of neat little things to do. Like the top 3 things to do. Drive the Newfoundland Gap Road toward Cates Cove and look over the mountains from Clingman's Dome. I've done Clingman's Dome. It's really pretty up there. Tells you good times to go during the year. Wow, even Fontana Lake is on here. That's pretty cool. And Fontana Dam, which is the tallest dam in the eastern United States, believe it or not. Part of that TVA Electric Corporation they got. Foothills Parkway. Golly, there's a lot of stuff in here I've already done. But like I said, I'm going to be more of a tourist. There's Shenandoah. That's up in Virginia. Skyline Drive. I used to live in Virginia, so I kind of know a little bit about Shenandoah. I've been in and out of it. I've been on the Appalachian a little bit, walking around, but not too much, you know. Look at that. Tour Skyline Drive. Very first thing it says to do in Shenandoah. Explore the Dark Hollow Falls and climb a Hawksbill Mountain. Yeah. And so this is kind of like what's going to happen is I'm going to do a lot of this traveling and get to see. I've been in Mammoth Caves. I didn't know it was a national park. I went when I was a kid in Kentucky. Dang. Okay. Well, I've been to 3 now. Sweet. Well, I don't know when this has been a national park. That's the other thing I'm going to do about this channel. I'm going to educate you folks on the different national parks. I've been to Gateway as well. I forgot about that. I've been to that one as well on that cross-country trip my friend and I took. I don't know why that's considered the South. That's more the Midwest. Why are you in this? No. This book is wrong. Why do you have Missouri as the South? Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, South Carolina, Congaree National Park. That's the one of the other ones that's going to be kind of attainable to get to from where I live right now, where we won't have to take a lot of time off to go see it, right? but it's the largest intact old-growth hardwood forest in the world. Well, at least in America. I don't know about in the world. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. So there's things to do down there. You can hike, tour the boardwalk, you can paddle the trail. Whoa, there's a firefly show. I don't know how they train the fireflies. Pretty smart. Yeah. Everglades. There's all kinds of stuff. And then also, I've been sort of to Grand Canyon on that road trip that my friend and I did. We went to the new Grand Canyon West. There's Grand Canyon National Park. Oh, dear Lord. I'm about to kill stuff over here. We went to Grand Canyon West, and because of 2020 being 2020, for some reason they wouldn't let us, like, free roam. No. Instead, they wanted to put us in a bus with other people. Aren't we supposed to, with this whole thing that's going on, avoid people? So we ended up not doing anything at Grand Canyon because, well, we couldn't. And we didn't feel like going all the way down into, where even is it Arizona? Yeah, Arizona. We didn't really feel like going on in Arizona because we left Vegas to go to the west side of Grand Canyon. Yeah, it's huge, right? And so, all right, well, screw that. We'll just get back on 66 and go see some cool stuff, right? I don't know if this book has... There's the north and south rim. It doesn't say anything about the west rim. This is kind of an older book. I got this closer to 20... I don't even know when I got this book. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I got it for Christmas one year. I think after I started truck driving. Yeah, see, they got the south rim, the point, which is a trail. Actually, that's the name of the trail, Point. It lets you peer into the canyon from steep switchbacks. Hermit Trail, North Rim, Uncle Jim Trail. I'm looking for this western. Dang, I got a lot for Grand Canyon. But Grand Canyon's big, right? It even gives you like prices of like the camping and stuff. And there's Petrified National Forest Park. It was pretty cool. Got to see the Painted Desert. I got to see the Painted Desert Inn, which was kind of a cool little building. It was closed at that time because, you know. But a lot of these out in the southwest are going to be ones that I'm going to have to hit. Oh, there's Zion. I want to go so bad to Zion. Some of these out in the southwest I'm going to have to hit, like, it's going to be sparingly. Hawaii is going to have to happen, like, who knows when. Alaska's going to happen when, who knows when, right? So, and that's kind of why I'm starting the channel. I'm hoping, I'm not like banking on it, but I'm hoping it can get popular enough that we can at least finance some of these trips through this channel. So, you know, ride along with me. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Sorry for talking for 20 minutes, but I thought I would give you guys a bit of an intro for this channel. And yeah, you're coming to you live from the inside of my tractor trailer. So thanks for sticking around if you stuck around for this long. I mean, we're 20 minutes in almost, and I'm still talking. Sorry. So expect some educational bits too from these visits. It'd be kind of cool for you. So, all right, well, I'm going to stop talking. Going to start living. See y'all later.